What you just saw was a little snippet of a beautiful morning a few weeks ago when a few friends and I headed to a lake to camp there for a night. So I thought, if I'm already camping at a lake, I might as well get up for sunrise and try to get some cool photos, so that's what we're doing in this video. After going to bed way too late to get up at sunrise and getting a little sleep, Melly and I still managed to get up on time. So before going anywhere, I thought our little camping setup looked pretty cool, so I got a shot of this scene, which I think came out quite nicely considering it's the first photo of the shoot. As you can see, the lake is looking so peaceful, and I found my next shot rather quickly. I saw this boat in the distance and set up the camera. I went into APS-C mode to get some more reach because 75mm was not quite enough. This is the shot I got. It's not my best work, to say it gently. I don't really like it. It's got too many elements which make the photo somehow cluttered. The composition just didn't work. Moving on, I walked over here where I thought I might find a shot, but at first I didn't. Instead, I decided to set up the camera on the tripod and try a long exposure to blur the water and have the boat as the subject again. Here's the photo. Again, I'm not satisfied. One thing I do enjoy very much is the framing with the leaves at the top of the photo. The long exposure didn't really work because I would have needed an ND filter, which, as you found out in the last video, I don't have. Also, the overall mood of the photo doesn't really work for me, and I had a hard time editing this one. I made two versions actually. This contrasty one and this very unnatural looking one, which has much less contrast. In fact, it has way too little contrast, but I think it looks kinda artsy and a bit like a painting, which is why I exported this version as well. However, I'm absolutely not sure about it, so feel free to give me your harsh opinion in the comments. Here I'm getting the same shot again, but vertically. And this one here, for some reason, I like. The edit is so weird, but with this square crop, I think it's kinda cool. I hope I'm not alone with this. Now I'm back to horizontal and getting another shot of the boat, but this time without all the leaves. Here's the photo. Alright, I know, the edit is really weird. The photo actually looks pretty bad, but for some reason I am really liking it. I can't fully explain what it is, but this photo has a feeling to it. It feels nostalgic, dreamy, and I'm fond of the feeling it's giving me. Please tell me what your thoughts are, because I want to know if I'm alone here or if some of you might be thinking similarly. I moved on to the corner of the little bit of land I was walking on, and tried out some compositions, which sadly all didn't work for me. But then I found these leaves above me, which caught my attention. I got this shot here, which I would again categorize as one of the more artsy photos of this morning. Next, I switched my lens to the Samyang 14mm f2.8 to get the same shot as previously again, but wider, to get even more leaves into the frame. So at this point when editing, I totally jumped onto the dreamy edit train. I simply copied 2 different edits from previous photos and pasted them onto this photo. With a few tweaks, this is what I got. The first photo looking really dreamy, and the second one looking more romantic thanks to the red tint. Next, I walked a couple meters to the other side to get another wide-angle photo of this area. I shot 2 different compositions. The first one is quite nice, I think. The second one is worth skipping. And as you can see, I'm still going super dreamy with the edits here.
Nein. Entweder am Sensor ist irgendwas oder auf der Linse. Oh, es wird wohl die Linse sein, die ist ja ärgerdreckig.
So here I'm in the lake, thinking that this shot is going to be amazing, but here it is. When I saw this in Lightroom, I knew this was definitely not the photo of the day. It's much too boring. The foreground is kinda cool because I'm in the lake, but apart from that, the photo is pretty boring. The sky is much too empty. I simply pasted the dreamy edit onto this photo as well, because I tried editing this one differently, but I couldn't find a way to edit it that I liked. After shooting in the lake, Melly and I decided to take the paddleboards out onto the lake, and I took the GoPro with me in case I could snap a cool photo of the action. We paddled around for quite a while waiting for the sun to rise, and I did indeed get a photo with the GoPro. Here it is. It came out pretty nicely, I think. I like how this photo has a subject, in this case Melly, in addition to the beautiful scenery. And that makes this photo to my photo of the day. This photography session brought some quite experimental results, but in the end, my favorite is the simple, not so experimental photo of us on the lake. Feel free to comment your favorite, I'm curious on what your thoughts are. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different photography behind the scenes video. If so, leave a like, it helps me out and the channel to grow a little bigger. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you again next week in the next video. Until then, goodbye.